Hello, everyone. Today we have a meeting about different dApps in the Waves ecosystem. Speaking frankly, it's our first try to make an interesting video to talk about different Waves ecosystem decentralized applications. And here we have three founders of three different dApps. So here is Vladimir Zhirovlov. He's the founder of Certificado, and also he's a developer advocate of Waves protocol. Say hi, Vladimir.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you.
And here we also have a Christoph. I think lots of people in the Waves ecosystem know about Christoph. He's a founder or co-founder, I'm not sure. Founder or co-founder?
Yeah, co-founder. I mean, we started two, but I continue on my own. So
okay, got it. So Christoph is a founder of Signature app. So today we'll talk about three of our applications. Yeah, my name is Inal and I'm a co-founder of Billy. So today we'll talk about our dApps. We will share some experience with each other, and also we will talk about other dApps that we are excited about, that we would like to share about which apps we use, which apps we like. So we will talk about them later. But now I guess we will start with Christoph. He will tell us about his dApp, share his experience, what he's working on.
Okay. So I made a few slides for that. So to make it more interactive, I will share this. Give me a bit. Yeah. Okay. So can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So basically, I'm working on what is called a signature chain. It was a dApp focusing on certification of any kind of files and document, and also allowing anyone to do multi-signature contract. We finished this dApp already, but we figured out that it was a bit too complicated for a regular user, because everything they saw is a transaction ID and hashes and stuff like that. So we decided to build on top of that and do another dApp and web application focusing on creating portfolio for artists, where they will be able to certify every of their creation on the Waves blockchain through the unique hash of the creation. So what you can see is actually the homepage of the web application we are working on. On the list, you will have the list of the artists, and on the right, some work. This is, for example, an artist page. You can see on the top the name of the artist and some information, and at the bottom, all is certified work. Okay. The main idea is to have a web app where everyone can participate. Okay. We don't want select only artists that are very good and not the other. We want to give a chance to everyone. Okay. Of course, we will keep the right to block some account if they post inappropriate content. Okay, but the idea is to allow everyone to participate and have its own page. Okay, so they can have their work, and for each work they will have a detailed page like the one you see on the screen with some content. Everything will be on chain. Okay, the idea is if in few years signed web app is not here anymore, we want all the content to be available for anyone to continue on it, or for the artist to have their content. Okay, so the idea is to have all the content on chain or on IPFS for the file. Okay. So we plan to release it in two phases. The first phase, which is the top part of on the screen, will be a signed web app with the file certification. The hash of the file will be stored on the Waves blockchain with the information about the creation, and the file will be on the IPFS. And on the second phase of the project, we will implement an NFT market, okay, non-fungible token market, where the artists will be able to sell their artwork, and curator, collector will be able to buy the NFT. Okay. So the main advantage of doing it on Waves blockchain, because we have, of course, studied all the NFT market for digital artists. First of all, as I said, I want all the data to be on chain. Okay. And I want the application to be open to everyone, so there will be no curation about who can use it or not. Okay. Wave Signer, I think, is a big advantage for us, because almost all concurrents, if not all of them, are using browser extension or third-party application. Okay, with Wave Signer, we don't need that. the main problem actually currently from complaining artists is about the minting cost on some other platform that can go very, very high for NFT. And we don't have this problem on Waves since minting will be fixed, okay? There will be no gas and the transaction fee are fixed also, okay? And we plan to accept sign token, USDN and Waves and have a lower commission because since we will try to be as decentralized as possible with no curation and stuff like that, we don't have to intervene too much, okay? So it allows us to have lower commission. And that's it. We plan to have a beta probably at the end of Q3 of this year, and hopefully a working product at the end of the year. That's it.
That's cool. Actually, so it's really interesting about NFT market. Could you explain how it will work? So I can sell my work using NFT, or how can it work?
The way I'm experimenting different way to do it, but the way I plan to come out with it is the artist will add his creation on the app. I mean, the information about this creation. He will set a maximum edition limit. Either it's unique and it can have only one NFT, or it can have 10 if you want, up to him. And actually, some concurrents are asking the artist to mint his own token first or stuff like that. But since right before version 4 will allow the contract to create the NFT from the contract, actually I plan to issue the NFT when someone buy it only. So we don't have to mint many NFT if no one buy it. You only issue it when someone will buy it. So artists will put a maximum number of token to sell, NFT to sell, and it will only be minted when someone buy it.
Do you plan?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I mean, at the moment that the version I'm experimenting on right before, and actually it looked pretty good for me the way it works. But I'm still working on it, so it can change. But that's the way I'm going for it for now.
I'm wondering, are you planning to sell only digital artworks or physical too?
Actually, I'm also thinking about the real artwork, not only digital. But the thing is, I want to start rather simple and build something solid and think about addition later. So as of now, it will be only digital art. But of course, when everything is working, I really want to try to think about a way to do it also for real art. Yeah.
Sounds cool. Do you want to integrate, like, there are things like DRM, which allows you to protect your digital things like movies, for example, they integrate with DRM, all this stuff. Do you plan to integrate with same technologies, or how it works? Like, for example, I get an artwork and can I just transfer it to anybody, or like?
Actually, at the moment, most of this digital market, it's more like collectible because the file itself, it's generally public on the IPFS. Anyone can access the file. So it's more about collectible than really getting the file and being the only one to have the file. So at the moment, it would be more that way for me.
But anyway, it sounds cool.
Yeah, what's the sign token? If not what's the role of sign token? I mean, which token is used to make payments? Or
basically, we won't accept sign, USDN, and Waves with a small incentive for people using sign. So we'll get a bit less commission if people use sign, but any of these three will be used.
Is it like a traded token, so the price is determined by the market for the sign token?
Sign token, yeah, it's a regular token, so the price moved by the market, but the fee will be a percentage on the price that the artwork will be sold. So it will not be really dependent on the sign token, more about the price of the art.
That's interesting.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the description. Yeah. So let's move to Vladimir.
So do I have to switch the?
Yeah, I guess you have to make Vladimir host now.
Okay. So
I'm ready.
Can you do it now?
Yeah.
Can you share screen yet? I mean, do you have access to the sharing screen? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Here it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see.
Okay. Oops. Let me start the presentation. So actually the app is called Certificado. Make your certificates great again. That's our paradigm. That was our first client, our first customer. Everything started when I was participating in the hackathon Open Hack. So I was kind of a mentor from Waste Protocol, and I just got an idea to issue certificates for the winners of the hackathon. And this is it. This was a certificate that was issued for the winners of hackathon. And as you can see, there is some interesting stuff. For example, there is a QR code that can be used to verify that the certificate is real. After I got the first success case, after I used it in hackathon, I started to sell it, and we found some customers in Russia. As for now, we have 5 customers that are owning their own online courses, online schools, and they're paying for certificates that are issued for their students. That's the examples of certificates. As you can see, all of them have QR codes. I will demonstrate it a bit later. And some of them, for example, have features like we can add grades. So here is the grade 8. It's in Russian, but the number is 8. You can see the grade is 8. So we can add anything actually to this certificate. Let me demonstrate how it works. We have a bot, and the students who finish the course get the link to it. They just put start. The bot says, hey, I see you in the course, or I don't see you in the course. And students can use it to issue a certificate. Right now, I will use demo mode. It just asks me to input my name. Vladimir Zhuravlev, that's me. And the certificate is here. And oops, here it is. Here are the certificates. The certificate, yes. And the QR code, I would like to show it to you. This certificate is just demo one, an example. Here is written that I tested the bot. That's actually the mission of the certificate. I can put on the QR code, and here we will see the validating page where I can prove that Vladimir Zhuravlev exists in the database in the Waste blockchain. If I'm cheater, Vladimir cheater, it's not found. And everyone can validate it. So I am not finished the course or I finished the course. If I don't believe in this page, I can go directly to the Waste Explorer and see the list of certificates. If it's needed, these names can be hashed. So no one will be able to see the names, but everyone will be able to validate it. So this is how the bot works. We have 2 models. The first one sends data to blockchain, and the second one validates that the student is a real one. There are many ways to validate it. For example, we can use API of the course or Google Sheets with the names. Many ways, it depends on the customer. But as for now, what I'm currently working on is adding offline events. So what is the event is offline? So how to issue. And for this, I'm creating smart contract that allows user to request certificate and the course author to approve it. About this, you can learn more reading my article. That actually explains how RIDE will help to make Certificado more useful. Thank you. This is the website of Certificado and my Twitter. Follow me.
A few questions, from the technical point of view, I do have.
Sure.
You said that there is an account which holds all the details about the certificates, right?
Yep.
Yes, this account, who controls this account? Who has an ability to get the account private key?
The private key is generated for the course author. So it's actually course author's account. But as far as no one cares from course authors for storing this private key, things like that, I'm just using Pybase and seeds in the files for authors.
So you generate seeds on your side, in your backend. Am I getting it right?
Yes, exactly. So in special cases, of course, it can be generated however outside, right? So, but as for now, I don't see the reason to do it fully decentralized.
Because it's a barrier for users, right?
Sure.
Chris, am I getting it right that in your app you're going to use Signer and your users will have to generate private key seed phrases by themselves? I mean, they have to create a Waves Exchange account.
They will have to have their own account, yeah. Either created from Waves Exchange or from Wave Signer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have signature wallet right now. Am I getting it right? Yeah. So it's a bit similar with what Vladimir does, if I'm getting it right. You can certificate files there.
Yeah, but actually mine is more about certifying a document, like a physical certificate or a PDF or something like that. It's not just about. It's not about writing the name and stuff like that. So I think it's complementary, but it's a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. So
the idea is quite close, yeah.
Do you use Wave Signer for signature wallet as well, or?
Yeah, I use Wave Signer also. Yeah.
And what's your experience with it? Like, is it better than Waves Keeper? Is it better than browser extension, or do you get a feedback from users?
It's a lot more convenient for sure, but I think it still needs, for example, an easy way for users to get their seed. Because I have a lot of users that complain that they were only asked a password, so they put a password, but at no point they were told to go get their seed or something like that, and they lost their seed. So I think it would be perfect if from Wave Signer, when you create an account, either you can access the seed from there, or at least a direct link to the web provider web to get the seed there. But aside of that, I think it's very more convenient than Wave Keeper, especially when it has the batch certification in future and stuff like that.
Cool.
The reason why I don't use Signer is that I'm using a Telegram bot and not JavaScript applications, so I need to find another way. But I agree that Wave Signer is very useful for web applications for sure. So there's another way for offline events, for example, I will use web application, and I'm working on connecting Wave Signer to it.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
Recommendation for everyone: use Wave Signer.
Okay, are there any questions for Vladimir?
Yes. That's all for me. Yeah.
Christoph, how did you like the idea? So because it's a bit close to what you are doing, like certification.
I saw it a bit differently because I saw it like a school could, for example, create a certificate, but it's not like a document or a file. It's just about registering the information. Mine was more about, the school issue a document, official PDF with the certificate, and you certify the hash of this file. So I found it very similar, but more complementary than concurrent. And for me, we are all anyway trying to bring the ecosystem forward. So it doesn't matter much if it's similar or what, as long as it's working, and hopefully we can have it used, and that's it. That's the most important.
Okay, there are no more questions. I guess we can move forward.
How about Billy, Inal?
Yeah, I will share my screen. Vladimir, could you stop sharing your screen, please, just to let me start. I'll share DAC as well, and I will show how it works too. So I think it won't take too much, but too much time. So let me start. Oh, let's start. Sorry, wrong slides. So now I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Cool. So now I'm going to talk about Billy. This is like my pet project. I work in my spare time, mostly on my spare time. So yeah, where's Billy? We're building a motivation engagement tool for teams. Let me start with a problem, like how did we come up with the idea of Billy? The main problem is that companies lose money because of bad management. I was a bad manager before, let me be honest. I was a really bad manager because I was a co-founder of one startup like 5 or 6 years ago. And now I realize that I was a bad manager there. I have an experience in bad management as well. And lots of companies, they still have a problem with bad management. What do I mean when I say bad management? It means that there are no good management practices like regular one-on-ones and OKRs, KPIs. There are no growth plans for employees. That's one of the problems. The second problem is that there is no recognition for employees. Like here are some stats, like 37% of hiring and training costs in companies because of no recognition. So managers and teammates, they just don't recognize each other. They just don't say thank you. They don't appreciate each other's work in lots of companies. And the last but not least is that managers don't support employees' ideas. So here are two links. I'm not going to open them, but there are a couple of researchers that say that the situation in general is very bad. Like in IT companies, it's better, but in general, it's bad. So we try to solve this problem. We try to aim it by improving a team culture and offering a theme, which is Slack and Microsoft Teams bots for P2P recognition, for ongoing feedback, and for insights for managers to understand employees better. Let me show how it works. Let me switch to Slack, and I will demonstrate how it works. So take some time to switch. Can you see my Slack now?
Nope.
No.
What about now?
Yeah.
Cool. So here's Slack, and you can install Billy in a couple of clicks. You install it, and then here is a Billy bot which you can interact with. What it does, it actually creates a blockchain account for every user in Slack. So you can ask him, like, let's start with help. It says that, hey, I'm a bot to help you to say thank you. So we try to convert thank yous to a team currency. So you can transfer those thank yous to your colleagues. You can earn them. You can send them. If like your teammate helped you and you transfer some tokens to him. How it works, it gives every employee 500 tokens every month. So you can like ask, for example, what is my address and the Waves blockchain, and here is it. Or you can ask seed phrase, and it will give you your address. But yeah, it generates an account on our backend. Then every month you get 500 tokens. You can ask for your balance. Cool. And how to transfer those tokens. So you can say thank you to your colleagues using like 10 thanks to, say, Elena. I know, for your help. Or you can transfer tokens using channels. Here is, for example, a channel. And in this workspace, in this Slack, administrators, team owners, they attach that if you add an emoji, a reaction to a message, then you transfer some tokens to the message's author. So that's the second way how you can transfer. And how, yeah, here it shows the transaction IDs in the Waves blockchain and how to use those tokens. It's pretty simple. Team owners, they can add some cool stuff, I don't know, swag or courses or anything, and you can exchange earned thanks tokens in some goods or services, or you can offer your own. So you can offer your own item and you can sell it to your teammates, to your colleagues, right in Slack. But this is just like the beginning. Actually, this is like the gamification part, and we also have an analytical part. Let me show you. Do you still see my Slack or?
Yeah, this is Slack.
Yeah, let me switch to another screen because I have opened the dashboard. I just want to show you. Yeah, here's an example of a workspace. It's a real team data, and you can see how people interact with each other, who is the most active, who is the most useful, most valuable person. For example, Sanford Land got from 19 teammates, he got some tokens, how many tokens, like all the details about every team member. You can see who interacts with whom, how often, or the main connections, main teammates this person interacts with. Yeah, and also you can see the details about the company in general, like most active people in the company. Different, you can filter by different groups. You can see who is the most active in a group. For example, we have like DevOps group, who is the most useful in this group, in this like department. And that's almost it. The only thing is remaining that you can set all the emojis you want, how many tokens to transfer. Yeah, and a few words about the business side. I just want to add, yeah, we're growing pretty fast. Like there are more than 30 teams right now. It's a pretty outdated number, more than 30 teams, lots of users every day. And we do like 3K transactions per week. Not all of them are on chain. We do some of the transactions off chain. But anyway, and we have a subscription model for organizations, so we want to monetize it as well. And we like, here are some details about how. There are different integrations with Jira, GitHub, and the last thing is that we do have, we truly believe that the market is pretty big because there are lots of companies who switched to remote work and who switched to Teams or Microsoft Teams or Slack because of the COVID and all this stuff. So we think that it will grow in the future as well. So I guess I'm done with Billy. Do you have any questions, guys?
Where the token come from? Is it the company that have to create a token, or it's a Billy token, or how it works?
When you add a Billy into your workspace, the backend creates a new token for every team. So there's a separate team for the separate token for every team, and the backend just distributes that token to the colleagues.
Do you have cases like how Billy changed the motivation of employees in your?
We didn't measure it yet. Like it's pretty hard to measure. We have a good feedback. Like I don't have numbers. That's the main thing now. I guess we'll have it in the future, but we have a pretty good feedback from HRs, from team leads who used it. And like yesterday even I was talking with a team. There are more than 200 in the IT team. They already tried the product and now they want to use it in the whole team, like 5,000 guys, 5,000 people in the team, and they want to try it to the whole team. So they're pretty happy with it, with the gamification part, with the like people get more happy with it, but did we, I don't know, allow them to lower their hiring prices or not? I don't know yet. I guess we will know it in the future.
Is it only on Slack, or you plan to integrate
Slack and Microsoft Teams? So
okay, and you plan to extend like Telegram or like that or not?
Actually, we see it as a B2B product mostly, and most businesses use Slack or Microsoft Teams. So we think about creating a new bot for Discord because that's another good option. But I guess Telegram is not a good thing yet.
Yeah.
Not too many companies first, and the second is that it's like for the community building, it's not the necessary thing. If you talk about open communities, it's mostly for businesses and for companies.
Okay.
But
yeah, but
for communities too.
Sorry?
I guess it will be interesting for communities as well.
Yeah, but we don't see a business opportunity in the communities. Let's call it so.
Yeah, that's cool.
We see a business opportunity to making it more smart, for example. So right now we work on, for example, we can predict who is going to leave because we have all the data about people behavior in Slack and Microsoft Teams, Jira, GitHub. So we can say, hey, this in place activity is going down. So you're a manager, please talk with him because maybe he's going to leave because of the lack of activities, all this stuff. So we can we have built a small machine learning model to predict all this stuff. Not sure does it work good for all the teams, but on our training data it works at least. So we're moving most of that way to make it more smart. Okay, so we just have 5 minutes remaining for our call, and now I want to ask you, what are other dApps that you are most excited about? Of course, we are all excited about our own dApps. We all love them. We all think they're like next unicorns, all this stuff. But what are other dApps that you have tried before and you liked it? Of course, in the Waves ecosystem.
Christoph, would you start?
No, I mean, to be honest, I don't have much in mind because I don't see enough of them, and I wish I see a bit more. Yeah.
I think all of us tried Neutrino.
I use it. Yeah.
Okay, Neutrino is like the most hot thing in the community right now, I guess. Not only in the Waves community, but in the whole blockchain. What else?
So I personally, I started exploring the dApps ecosystem from, you remember dApp Ocean with all of gambling stuff. But as for now, more interesting tools are, of course, from business decision area, probably. I'm talking first of all about Hawk's products.
Risk-Right?
Risk-Right, yes.
Yeah,
so I even wrote research about it. So how blockchain helps to resolve risk management issues. And I really believe in that in future, all of the processes need to be powered on blockchain. First of all, that's because we need the true decentralization for the fair process management.
Did you try it? Did you try it by yourself?
Yeah.
Did you try to manage some risks?
So I don't have big enough projects, for using it for the full power. What can I say is that the UX is a weak point for Risk-Right as for now. So I can't believe that, for example, someone from Zara or another non-IT companies will use it just because it's difficult.
They don't understand. They won't understand it. How it works.
Yeah, because you need to insert the address of an account. What's it? So but I believe that if the team will work on it and make it more usable, more easy, this app will be a real success. And I really like that it's not about tokens, it's not about crypto, it's about the blockchain and the security. So that's my favorite one. Risk-Right.
Gotcha. So I have a pretty same experience with you in terms of I've tried lots of gambling stuff. Like I think the most interesting one was Dragon Fruit. Guys from Open Solutions, as far as I remember, they have built it. It was pretty interesting, but I'm not a gambler, so I just tried it a couple of times. And as far as I remember, I lost everything, so I didn't continue. Yeah, but some guys, I think they just earned a lot. So Vladimir, didn't you earn with some gambling dApps?
Yeah, I've tried Wave. So there's a game where the surfer needs to be under the wave, and I won like about 30 waves. It's true.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Dragon Fruit is cool because they use Face Signer and you can play from mobile device. That's nice.
Okay, guys, so I guess we're done with all this dApp stuff. It's almost 30 minutes. So thank you guys for taking part in this. And maybe we will continue it. We'll share with the community and see what they will say. Maybe we'll talk with other dApps or we'll talk about other topics. So just like general conversation about any interesting and hot things in the community. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Leave the comments.
Yeah, leave the comments, share, like, retweet.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.